Hey, I got bad news. I got bad news. Today, my yearly editor for videos is Renews, and I don't have any money. It's like, I think it might be $20. It may be 10. I don't know. It has so much stuff that I use now that I won't be able to use with um I'm devastated. I guess it's okay. Can I go back to? I'm just trying to find. So my editor wants me to pay, and I don't have the money yet. So that's a real shitty. And I'm eating syrup for dinner. I mean breakfast. It tastes like butterscotch. I just pretend I have the pancakes that go with it. I'll imagine eating pancakes, but I don't have the pancakes. I tried to make some bread yesterday, but my flour was really so old that it didn't have any business being baked into bread. No, nothing could save it. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It had all the potential to be good. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Today would be a good day to go swimming, I guess. You know, a nice dip in the river. My lady friend, after that one day I talked to her, she didn't she didn't respond back. I asked her if she was mad at me, which I don't think there's a reason for that. I don't know. She's still involved with her husband, and I'm just a guy who believes that it looks like they're done, but they're not. I don't want to get into that. Damn, butterscotch. How's that going to be for your health? It's a product of Canada. Tell me this doesn't come from Canada. It comes from Walmart, Bentonville, Arkansas. But I just got the feeling that this is some Canadian maple with a little buttery. A little buttery. Hey, giving my cat food. I give my cat the food the other cats still have. I top off their bowls a little bit and I give it to him. As you see, he eats it. He's very happy. Aren't you? Aren't you glad that somebody takes care of you and brings you food? My friends bring me food. They help me out. Probably need to call them and ask them. Let's see if they got any food. Isn't it sad? I have made a lot of subscribers in the past couple days, though. I appreciate you, all of you who have subscribed newly. I'm trying to claw my way to the top. A lot of times I have better. I go through periods when I have some real good content. I have some real good stuff to say, but I also report the bullshit shenanigans of my life as I go. I like to dream journal. I usually will come on here and make a video of what I dreamed the night before. It's a good way to keep it into like a journal because I don't have a journal version of it. I make the videos. I don't always put a description in my videos, but I try to make the title as relevant as I can to what I'm talking about. So that's why there is such a bulk of videos. I got a shitload of them because I got into the practice of making them by, just looking into the camera seeing what I had to say and seeing if I can say it, if I can get it out in the right timing, to have conversations and deliver some sort of thought. And in a lot of ways, you have to work on yourself from there. You got to see, hey, I trailed off. I never actually got to the thing I was fucking sidetracking for. You find out all these little nuanced things that you do, and you have to rein them in. And I was trying to share that with this lady friend, but I was also trying to give her the best of how to do it, because she was the one that had brought up that she was very interested in. Going back to my friend, the friend of mine that came over. Shut the fuck up! It's trying to tell me I don't have enough space. Liar. Um, she was the one that brought up wanting to interview. Now I was the one that said what I wanted to ask her about because it was the Lucius Trust. Now I did record and she did let the stuff out, but I think it made her feel vulnerable and a little bit, um, too open, or you might worry about yourself sounding too crazy. I don't think she's crazy. That's not what I'm saying, but she could jump to the ideas, the different ones. And I know how that is as being somebody who's holotropically minded. I don't always have people saying they can follow along with me either. I'm not getting an abundance of that. All my life people have been telling me, "Oh, you sound like somebody from the before times." What the fuck does that mean? The way I structure my thoughts and my syntax isn't congruent with linear thinking, and I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. I try to be with you where you're at, but I learned. For those of you that do not know me, I took a test in school, and the test was a friend of mine was in this is that gifted and talented shit though, but they gave me a test, and it was one that a friend of mine had taken because he's a gifted and talented too. But he believed I had the same thing going on with him that he did. We were both holotropic thinkers. This is, we think in a hologram, and it's nonlinear, and we don't think like normal people do. And mine is due to having some dyslexia. When I was 5, I wrote with both my hands. I wrote the right way. No, hold on. I wrote normal with my left hand this way, but with the other hand I wrote mirrored. And I broke this hand. This might have been the hand I wrote with mirrored though. When I had to learn to write, I had to switch over the backwards writing of the left hand. That's what it was, to forward writing. So some of my dyslexia embedded itself into a layer of where my mind will translate for you. Like whatever I'm thinking, I may not be saying the same way. I'm trying to compensate, and it's an imperceptible nuance to me, but other people can still probably discern it. And it's not. I'm not a schizophrenic drug addict in that way. I apologize for those of you that would hope that would be me. I'm just a guy that drinks fucking maple butter syrup in the impoverished fallout of my life. Okay? And if I'm okay with that, what the fuck's wrong with you? You should be too. But I have this different style thinking. They discovered it. But I was hidden out from it from a while. They didn't know. I had some gift and I would have been assigned somewhere, and I know that. I believe it. And I missed it because they didn't have me recognized. So I didn't get the full frontal abuse I was due for the programs in the indoctrinated school. They did weird shit with us in school. You know it. Y'all know this. Back in the 80s, come on, they were doing weird shit in there. You just can't remember all of it. They were doing some weird shit to the children. I used to go in Georgia, there was a Mason temple next to all the churches. They had a school bus that came on the weekend, picked kids up to take them to some church, and I don't have any memories of it at all. No memories of it. One like puppet show or some shit, and that's it. That's all I can remember. I have no idea what they were doing to me, but I think they were doing something. And some of you got took to the place and had to touch the crystals. They wanted you to meditate. You know, they were trying to do weird stuff with us because they need us. America, fuck yeah. Try to save the motherfucking day, yeah. It's for a reason.